chapter of my life ends on July 2nd. Even though there's more filming to do.
We're ready.
Okay. That's the all-day shoot.
Oh, why?
Hey guys, or Pahul, wait, say the intro. Say the intro.
What?
Say the intro.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so I'm your host, Robert Burke. And I'm joined by my Jim Bro co-host.
Pahul Chabra.
And same old McDonald eating old Nicholas Manna.
Does this have water in it?
This has your cold brew.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drink that.
It's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Pahul said Nick said it tasted like poop.
Because Nick only drinks milkshakes or Red Bulls. He only knows coffee when you put a shitload of sugar in it.
Where did you get this? Did you make this at home?
Yep.
How do you make cold brew at home?
I bought it.
From where?
You know those big bottles of Starbucks cold brew?
Oh, really?
You just put that, and you just put that in, like...
It kind of has the shitty Starbucks coffee taste that I'm used to. I think that's just a thing in America, that even though Starbucks coffee is bad, everyone in America is just used to it. And
they've done a great job, like, getting that.
No, that's genuinely insane. Like, I've never heard of a company have a bad product and everything go exactly the same despite having a bad product.
Mm-hmm.
Like, genuinely, they have such bad coffee. I heard Dunkin's coffee is great, and there's a Dunkin' on campus, so I'm so going to the Dunkin' on
that's
campus.
hype, bro.
That's
There's
really
a lot of
hype.
Dunkins on the East Coast, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I think it's like Starbucks is huge on the East Coast, but it's like there's 2 Starbucks on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. McDonald's? Did you get McDonald's before and after?
This one before.
And you just didn't want to eat it yet?
Mm-hmm.
Because you ate something else, or you just weren't hungry?
I wasn't hungry.
Interesting. Fascinating.
Not really.
Anyways, this is the first episode that we recorded in quite a while.
I missed this.
I know. It's like, it's just been difficult because a lot of us have been traveling and a lot of us have been... It's just been working and, like, we've been so busy. We've had such a busy summer and it's going so quickly and it almost scares me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm thinking about tomorrow, I have to put in my 2 weeks for work.
What?
I'm putting in my 2 weeks tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. Because I have to, because I want to be done before Camp Hope, but on the 17th we're going to go to SAC, right? To see comedy?
I'm gonna get that off.
Yeah, so we're going to do that, and then that means, and the 16th I want to film that night, so may as well just let the 16th go as well, so I have to put in my 2 weeks tomorrow.
And when does Camp Hope end?
The 23rd.
I either do it right now or I do it like right after Camp Hope. But I feel so bad, like...
Well, if you do it right after Camp Hope, that'll be the 24th, 31st, 7th, and then, so that'll be August 7th, and you leave when?
17th, so I have like 10 days.
So you'd have 10 days. I mean, it's up to you. Personally, I want like a month to edit and just not have to work.
But I'm not part of the editing process.
But you're not part of that. But, I mean, it's really up to you. Do you want to be?
I would love to be part of the editing process.
For real?
Yeah.
There's some, like, grunt work that I could 100% have you do.
100%.
Really?
That sounds fun as fuck.
It's genuinely not. It's genuinely just grueling.
No,
but
it's camaraderie.
it is camaraderie. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nick, do you think that there's things that we could have Pahul do in the editing room?
Yes. I'm a very quick learner. That's what I've been told.
What could we have him do?
I don't know at the moment. But...
I learned Spanish in 3 years.
That's not super quick. Oh, I hit a new all-time record in Ball Blast.
Oh, wow.
2.38 million.
You're still playing that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I got out of it, and then on my trip I got back into it. My trip throughout California, which I don't think I've talked about yet, have I?
Because we haven't recorded since then.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's all?
I don't think I have much more to add. It was just, like, really tiring by the end of it. Just because, like, there was a ton of car travel, and we would, like, spend time in places, but there wasn't a whole lot of things to do everywhere we went. I mean, there was, but there wasn't something that, like, we all enjoyed to do,
What
you
about
know?
the strongest man and the...
Oh, the fittest man competition? It actually... You okay, Nick?
Yeah.
It was only open to the competitors, so nobody could just come in and view it. Yeah, which kind of sucked, because did I tell you a vegan food company was supplying all the food for it?
Oh.
And it was like bulk protein vegan junk food.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like burritos with like Beyond Meat that have like 300 grams of protein. It's like, oh my god, it's the biggest burrito ever. You know, the Germany's fittest man, he drinks this, so there's this like soy milk, right? But it's dense protein soy milk. It's 20 grams of protein and 7 servings, so 140 grams. It's in like a cart. He drinks at least one a day. At least. Sometimes he has more. But he'll just carry it around in between meals, just take like huge swigs of it. It's like Logan Whittington with his water, but imagine it's like protein-rich chocolate soy milk.
That sounds disgusting.
No, genuinely, it's like amazing.
Really?
It's like it's 100% something that like in college I'm just gonna have one of those in the mini fridge all the time. Whenever I'm like, God, I'm so malnourished, I'm just gonna pour me a tall glass and drink it and be like, I still feel malnourished, but I'm not, because it is protein.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's the gobstopper? That's beautiful.
Oh my God, what if? Because Nick's going to Texas. What if he put in his 2 weeks tomorrow and you did it like we all did it on the same day?
That'd suck for them.
They would be like, oh my, like they knew it was coming, but they didn't know it was coming like that. But Nick, do you think you might stick with it for a little bit?
I think I'm gonna stick with it for a little bit.
You think you'll wait till the 7th? That makes sense. That makes sense.
My parents want me to get another job before.
I want to eke out a little bit more money so I can buy like this dope ass laptop
Oh,
that
really?
another host found for me. He's a smart guy.
Who?
Aiden. He's like a
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
He seems cool.
yeah.
He seemed like a little bit like tall though, for my
He
taste.
didn't like the guy with like the slick back haircut.
That's like a lot of guys who work at Olive Garden.
He's such a like AP comp sci person. You know what I'm saying?
Like Nick.
Because Nick has different things. You know, Nick has the horniness going for him. You know.
Nick, it's like your horniness is weird now because you're still horny a lot of the time, but you're also like you've mellowed out a little bit.
I'm always horny. I just don't say it as much.
the
Sex works wonders on Nick.
Imagine this is your mama's pussy.
Dude, really?
Dude, that's so so
hey,
graphic.
hey, you know what's something that's exciting we can talk about?
What's up?
Since this is a movie podcast, box office is back, baby.
Really?
Okay, so F9 made $70 million this weekend. Now here's the thing. You may hear F9 and think, oh, 70 million? That's
water,
like...
please. I'm so tired from the gym.
I need water too, bro. Or a Diet Dr. Pepper. A Diet Dr. Pepper would be awesome. I have like a soda a day now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that like, are you fighting your caffeine addiction?
Oh my god, wait. I didn't even consider the fact that... But it's so low caffeine. Like
No, I was asking like, are you replacing soda with...
Oh, maybe. Honestly, I think I just like hate water. I think that's my problem. So like anytime that I can have any other drink. Okay, here's the thing about F9.
Tell me you can't just hate water.
I hate water, dude. It's so boring. F9 opened to $70 million. Now you may think that's not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hobbs and Shaw, the spin-off, opened to $60 million, went on to gross $750 million worldwide.
Damn.
And if you look at The Fate of the Furious, made $98 million opening weekend.
Oh, that's not a big difference.
Which 98 million and 70, you think that there is quite a bit there, but then if you take one step back and go to Furious 7, you'll see that that one was at 147 million, which means that between F7 and F8, a ton of hype died down. And between F8 and F9, a ton more hype died down, right? Wrong, because it made 70 million amidst the pandemic, which either means the hype for F9 was way bigger than we expected, or the box office is back.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting, and the thing is, Black Widow's coming out July 9th.
Oh.
Which I was thinking, the night of July 8th, if we're not filming, we should so go see it at 11:30 p.m. in IMAX.
That sounds fun.
I mean, not IMAX, XD.
That sounds fucking cool.
This sounds so dope. But I'm really, really hyped for Black Widow. I'm really hoping that seeing it is gonna like restart my energy for my like hype for the MCU. Because remember when I was like so hyped for Marvel all the time?
Uh-huh.
I'm getting another one.
Okay. Why one set of
Yeah.
Like, you're a buster. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Because I only have 2 arms.
I like have been going so hard at bussing recently.
Oh, I can tell.
I've been going crazy.
Yeah.
Like I just like going as fast as I can is like becoming fun.
All the busters are like so efficient.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a good team of busters?
Yeah.
Although Miranda's not very good at stacking.
Oh, she isn't.
She kind of just throws everything in there, and then the cups are like going everywhere.
Oh, that sucks.
But apparently, Nick is Jake's favorite buster.
Oh, really?
That's what he said on set today. Sake Jenser was like, "Yeah, you're my favorite buster," and I was like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey, man, at least I tipped you out $10." I was like, "True." But I'm very happy where I'm at with busing. I used to be quite bad at it, and I think that I've genuinely gotten like pretty decent.
Yeah, that was me with hosting.
Really?
Yeah, I used to suck at hosting.
But now you're a certified trainer. We didn't even talk about that. The fact that you got promoted.
Yeah, just like a little bit.
Yeah, but you're above us now.
Only in a war. Only during wartime. Otherwise, you're above me.
I'm
Yeah,
not
when
above you.
When you go to war with whatever the fuck.
Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Yeah, if you're gonna Red War.
Could you imagine if Olive Garden genuinely declared war on
That
Red
sounds
Robin?
so fucking
It was
cool.
like
we get like
Darden
food
has
and-
officially ordered war on Red Robin Incorporated.
What if corporations could declare war on each other? Or
And it's like the employees of one had to fight the employees of the other, and it was just like
We have like breadstick launchers.
I was thinking more like AR-15s.
Oh shit.
we should get like Alfredo like shotguns, so we could be like, and it's like Alfredo all over them. It looks like
We chuck a grenade, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna be a food-themed grenade, but it's an actual grenade."
So it starts out as food, and then it becomes.
And
No,
it escalates.
that could totally be like a Seth Rogen comedy. It's like two food chains that have a massive food fight, and it like brings people from around the world because they're like, "Oh my god, I was eating, and then a tomato ended up in my face from an employee at the other one." I should call up Seth Rogen.
Right now.
Uh,
What else? We have a lot of stuff to talk about.
we definitely do, but also
gotta-
Nick has limited time, and I
Oh.
want him to review both movies he's seen.
Okay.
He has like, but I don't want to rush it. So what were you gonna say about Nick?
Robert's holding AirPods
They-
on his feet.
I don't know what I was gonna say about Nick. Actually, I forgot.
Boo!
How's your 15-year-old girlfriend?
What?
That was a really sudden thing to you should clarify the fact that Nick is not dating a 15-year-old.
Nick's not dating a 15-year-old.
Are you talking about Yasmin?
No, I'm talking about the other
Are you talking about Angelica?
Yeah.
It was fun. We went to a.
Yasmin, if you're listening to this, he's not dating her. I'm covering your ass.
No, apparently it's not Yasmin, it's Yasmin. It's like yes. Like Yasmin.
Yasmin.
But emphasis on yes. It was like Yasmin. No, I'm sorry. Emphasis on mean.
Yasmin.
Yasmin.
I still like saying Yasmin.
We went to an abandoned Radio Shack, and I got stickers all over.
Well, I thought she was in Syria right now.
Wait, hold up. How
You
did
get it wrong
where's the
every single time. I'm
where's
talking
the
about
abandoned
Angelica.
Radio Shack?
By your
Syria?
neighborhood.
Do you think that we should totally shoot like a scene in a movie in there?
Oh, that'd be dope.
It's like aesthetic as fuck.
It's like small and gross.
It's aesthetic as fuck.
Like your dick.
Yo, dude, I watched this movie called
Oh.
I watched this movie called Loose, and in this movie called Loose, there's a scene where this dude fucks a woman in an abandoned radio
Are you
shack.
talking about Footloose?
Doesn't that sound gross? No, it's called Loose.
Well, if
L-U-C-E.
you gotta fuck, you gotta fuck, man.
You don't gotta fuck all the time. Who do you think is the horniest man ever born? I bet it's. I bet wasn't there one of the greats that like had 100 children or something? That dude was horny as fuck.
Yeah, that one guy.
10% of the world.
You're getting wait. He's getting a work call. Shh.
Hello?
Hello, Nick.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Virginia. Is there any way you can get here as soon as possible? Even barely. I know you're scheduled at 4, but if there's any way you can get here a few minutes before, it'd be great. I had to send Kristen home.
Yeah, I can come in like 10 minutes if that's okay.
Perfect. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'll start. Wait, I'll start like heading there in 10 minutes, and then like I'll be there in like 20 is what I meant.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Like I said, the earlier you get here, the better it is for us, but just get here when you can. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Special guest Virginia.
So,
Okay, so-
what I thought about F9 is I thought it was really boring. I really liked it when they went to space, and all the jokes just didn't land. And now my review of, what was the other one?
In the Heights.
In the Heights. I thought it was sweet. It was
So
fun.
start changing and talking so you can have some time to,
Yeah.
10 minutes.
So,
Oh, so you can change on camera.
Yeah.
So I
Oh my
thought
God.
that In the Heights was fun, right?
He's not underage. He's 18.
But he is. But
Oh,
what
he's
I-
underage,
What
yeah.
I didn't really like about it was that I just thought it was like way too happy at points, and it kind of like copped out of emotion to just bring the happiness. And I thought it was just kind of lazy in that retrospect. But I mean, great set design, great
You're stupid as fuck.
great
Me
costume
when Nick's
design.
stupid as fuck.
And the music was pretty good. I thought the dubbing was pretty bad. Like the audio, like it didn't really sync up to the person's emotions very well at times. But overall,
The
it was,
dubbing
it was
didn't
okay.
sync up to the emotions. Dubbing is like mouths moving, bro.
I mean, not
Yeah.
dubbing, but never mind.
No, I don't know. That's why I asked you to elaborate.
So like a girl could be singing in a very emotional voice, but then in real life they're like kind of poker faced.
Oh, that's a very interesting criticism. That's like a criticism I feel like only somebody like you would notice.
Okay.
Bahubali 2 came out this week.
Oh, it did?
No, back in
And that's all the time I have on the podcast. I unfortunately have to go to my work Olive Garden. I was really afraid that Virginia was giving me like, Nick, did you just request 2 weeks off like a week before, you fucking idiot? You're fired. That's what I was afraid was gonna happen.
Dude, if she said that, what would have you said?
I would have been.
You get unemployment if you're fired.
Oh, true. You could not work and get free money.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks, Obama.
If she would have said you're fired, I would have said,
Not
well,
let me eat my chicken nuggets.
I would have said,
Yeah, the Democrats would stop you from eating that because it's made of meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Tell us, Nick.
I would have
curious.
said I quit.
No, that would have sucked for you, dude. You could have
Get fired. Don't quit, you dumbass. If he fires you, you don't say I quit. You let her fire you.
and then get unemployment.
No,
You're
but
so
like,
stupid sometimes.
no, but if you're fired, that's terrible for your next employer. You can't be like, yeah, I got fired. You're supposed to say I quit, like for your next employer if you want to put it in your resume, you dumbass.
You just don't list it on your resume.
Yeah, you don't list it. It's
Well,
easy.
I want to list it.
Why? It sounds like it's
Well, they're
clearly
still
a
gonna
problem.
call. They're still gonna call the person. They're gonna be like, "Oh, did you fire this person?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I fired him, but he quit like 3 seconds before I fired him, so he's good. I love him."
Don't worry, he's a great worker.
Because he quit. He wasn't.
My mom's working. Shut up.
This is gonna be weird. We're gonna spend like at least an hour at Nick's house without him here.
I know, this is like the first. It's like when Nick took a shit in front of us.
What?
We were in the arcade room. We turned away, and Nick started taking a shit.
During the arcade trip, we turned away and Nick took a huge shit?
Yeah, in the bathroom. You were in the bathroom of the grocery store.
But do you really not remember that?
Oh! Yeah, I remember that. Dude, I'm going through summer 2017 right now, just looking at like each week, and there was like a huge release coming out each week. It's like crazy how movies used to be. Dang, bro. Is there anything else cool that you want to say about In the Heights or F9?
I think that one girl was really guilty of that. You know,
I don't know what you just said.
you're the main guy in The Heights,
Yeah.
the lead character,
Yeah.
his love interest.
Yeah.
She was really guilty of that. Her
Guilty.
face being expressionless while
That's
she was like.
mostly what I meant. And also, I didn't like her character. She was just a bitchy character who was mean to him all the time, but, you know, they made it in the
She
end.
was not mean.
Yes, she was.
She was not mean. She was a girl boss. Wait, how is she
Why
mean?
was she mean?
She was just like, I don't like you, and also I want to leave this place. Fuck all
They
of
were
you
clearly
guys.
flirting all the time with each
Yeah,
other.
and it was a flirty thing, and also she wanted to leave to better her own life. Is it a bitchy
Everyone
thing?
out
Is
there,
it bitchy for
you
me?
know she was
Nick,
bitchy.
Is it bitchy for me to go to Emerson?
Yes.
Is it bitchy for me to go to UC Berkeley?
Yes. I want you to stay in Reading all your life.
Aww. With you?
No.
Oh, you'll leave. Oh. Dick.
So he'll always just be here when you come back for holidays.
Yeah.
Nick, what if I dropped out of Emerson just to hang out with you?
I thought that's what you were doing.
In the future, people ask you, why did you drop out of Emerson? And then
I want to hang out with my friend Nick. Nick, I like, there was almost a reality where we moved in together.
Oh, you guys were pretty serious about it. You were trying to find houses and stuff.
I was very serious about it. I couldn't tell how serious Nick was.
Not very, because my parents would like not like want me to do that ever.
I don't know where I would have lived because, like, I mean, my parents are great, but I could not do it in a year at home.
Mhm.
I would want to move out. I mean,
You could find a place, I'm sure.
yeah, but I would want to live with roommates, and I don't want them to just be these random guys. Maybe I could move in with Muthin Agi
Oh, yeah. Bethel.
and be gym bros with him. No, I could never be a gym bro. I don't know who I would live with.
Well, you don't have to be a gym bro to be with him. Like, there's sauce.
True, I've been living with Ian for like a year.
Yeah. Ian's like a hardcore gym bro.
Dude,
He goes there 6
those
days a
chicken
week.
nuggets look so good right now. Nick, can I count your money?
Go for it.
No, dude, I can't. It's on camera, especially.
That's what I'm trying to get you to
I
do.
would get caught red-handed. Also, I'm not gonna break. I would break veganism for like a $70 steak, not like a 30-cent chicken nugget.
Robert, you're broken veganism for a lot less stuff though. Like chicken tendies.
Hey, we don't mention that.
I've never broken veganism.
Blink that.
Okay, wait. Nick, I'm gonna organize your money.
Too low.
and
Too
you-
low. Nick, too low. There we go.
Wait, where's your apron?
Yeah, I was upset.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick's reviewed the movie. Should we get into some movie reviewing, Pahul?
I suppose, why not?
Look how clean
Alright,
this
what
is.
order would you like to go in?
Shit. I like to go in most,
Gay.
wait, I got a really good one.
Most space to least.
Wait, is Luca, does it have, like, Hispanic people?
They're Italian.
Shit. Okay, what about, I was gonna be like, most hot Latinas near you to most hot Latinas near you.
Yeah, that would have been fucked up, because if the kids were Latinos, they would be kids. They would be 8 years old.
He's 17, but they were like 12, so.
Says the guy.
Yeah, says the guy. Wait,
Alright,
okay.
I'm leaving.
Wait, Nick, do you want to hear the joke from on set earlier? Can you put a timestamp on here, because you want to edit this out?
Welcome back to the Film Singers Club podcast. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, okay, so what order do you want to
That's
go
so
in?
weird. Okay,
Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna be here until like 7:30.
oh really?
Just putting like video clips together and stuff. Yeah, because there's no point in me going home if I'm just gonna go out again later, you know?
That makes sense. So,
And I can just stay and do like video clips.
Is it not possible for you to edit at home?
No, we haven't set it up that way, and honestly, I don't really think it's worth it.
Gotcha.
It just feels like it would be a huge waste of time. Dude, who's gonna fix Nick's money when I'm out of town?
Yeah, he's...
Like, I may make fun of Nick a lot and manipulate him into doing things I want, but I organize his money. Like... Okay, what order?
Okay. I told you the order.
What is it?
You heard me.
Most hot Latinas. That one?
Yeah.
No, we can't do that one because F9 and...
F9 has hot
wait,
Latinas.
F9 has Michelle Rodriguez, but is she hot?
Who's Michelle Rodriguez?
The lead
Okay.
woman.
Robert, I don't want to be the guy who says it. This is going to be taken out of context for sure. But Michelle Rodriguez is hotter than a 12-year-old.
That's not what I meant. I was saying I don't think that she's very hot, but like...
Yeah, but she's... What's the alternative? Luca's number 2?
Well, no. What I meant was that F9 and,
Two can play this game.
F9 and Luca would be tied because F9 doesn't have any hot Latinos in it.
Look at that. Look at that person.
You okay, man?
Almost choked a chicken nugget.
Okay.
Look, tell me. Huh?
I don't think she's that attractive.
Huh?
Do you think she's attractive?
I don't know, I'm asking you. Huh?
I don't think she's that attractive, no.
Why is her forehead that big?
Yeah, she just has like a weird smile.
Yeah, she looks like... Wait. She looks mean. She's not smiling with her eyes. Alright.
Okay, so then...
It's still better than the alternative.
Right, so we're gonna go In the Heights, and then F9, and then Luca.
The boys are back.
I'm so sorry.
It's perfect.
I'm so sorry.
Nick's YouTube like blows my mind because he just like opens like 10 YouTube videos and then takes like 4 days getting through them and X them out as he goes along, and then he's like, alright, gotta find some more YouTube videos. And like the guys that he watches on YouTube are just like dudes that have like no life outside of YouTube, and it just makes me sad. Like, I know that YouTube's like a thriving industry and everything, but like, my god, when it's just like Ludwig, I just get sad.
Oh, he's just like doing that marathon or whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna do that for the Film Studies Club podcast.
I still want to do that, but like genuinely, that's
There's
something where like we just
time.
need nothing going on in life for it to happen.
No time.
I feel like the only way that we could do that. Oh wait, this isn't a bad idea. We could record it while we're editing the movie.
Oh, that's a good idea. No, that's actually because we have something to do.
Yeah, we have something to do the entire time, something that we can talk about. The only thing is like when we edit, like sometimes you get into like pretty ultra focus, So like we just need to like keep the conversation going somehow. But and we could do it like right before, or like when we all aren't working at Olive Garden, or at least us two aren't.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fun. It can be like one of the last hurrahs, you know.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna stay friends, at least through a good portion of life.
I think so.
I think so.
Have you seen the statistic of like the percent of friends who stay friends throughout high school?
It's pretty low.
It's pretty low.
Like 8th grade to senior year was actually like insane in retrospect.
It was statistically improbable.
Yeah, and I feel like even like we're like pretty good at communicating when we're not together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we just need to change it up a little bit, where it's like a little bit more like communication, like, you know, game night like once every week or something stupid like that. But,
Yeah, something fucking idiotic like that.
yeah, something genuinely so horribly like.
We should play
asinine.
Roblox.
Sorry, I can't go shoot the movie tonight. Me and my friends are playing Roblox. We're not gonna start playing Roblox on the podcast, Pahul. We have a whole. Okay, so
Whatever
we're gonna
you do.
start by reviewing In the Heights.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first? I have to go first for Luca,
Yeah.
and only for Luca, and you know what? I'll go first for In the Heights.
Okay.
If you're okay with that.
Go first for everything.
No, not F9.
Oh.
I want you to go first for F9.
Okay.
But I should get the choice because I have to go first for Luca, you know?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It equates and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So In the Heights I was super duper hyped for because I love the musical originated by the great Lin-Manuel Miranda on actually I thought that it started on Broadway in 2008. I was actually completely wrong. It started in 2005 in some city in in New York.
Washington Heights.
Yeah. Some city around there, and then it just like got really big from there. So then it went off Broadway, and then it eventually led to on Broadway, which is kind of cool. Like that happens with certain shows. I think it's cool when a show just like comes from like this random town and then just like gets all the way to Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. But so I love the musical. I've listened to it over a dozen times. I mean, it's great music. And I do enjoy the story. My problem with movie musicals most of the time is that they don't adapt well because there's a lot of direct narration to the screen. And
Yeah.
that's really hard to do in movies. Usually it's done as voiceovers because if you think about just like a character just sitting and looking in the camera and talking,
Uh-huh.
it's usually really weird and jarring and doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, I thought In the Heights made it work on a multitude of levels. I think that this is one of the best like musical to film adaptations ever. And I think what's like most important to it is that it takes on a very exciting energy that honestly I think you can only get in film form.
Is it like flavored or something?
Only people on YouTube will understand what's happening, and
Yeah.
nobody listens. Oh, how's the Matt Farley
This is a
episode doing?
condom. Oh, let me check. You want to check?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose some gum. Anyway, so In the Heights. So yeah, energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on Broadway, I love musicals. I love Broadway shows. They're fantastic. But it's really hard to get immersed in them, is what I've found. Like, and even when you are immersed, it's not the same type of immersion as film. It always feels like you're watching something from a distance. And that's just a problem with film versus that, is because, like, on film, you are right next to the performers, you know? Where if you're doing something like theater, yeah, you get the live energy, but it's also from a great, great distance away. That's why, like, doing, like, small, like, local theater and seeing performances that way usually feels more engrossing because you're able to sit closer to the stage.
Makes sense.
So, In the Heights, it's a really hype musical, but I never really thought of it as, like, oh, this musical is nonstop, like, crazy energy, you know?
Gotcha.
I always thought of it as having a lot of fun music and being really entertaining and telling a really good story, but I never thought about it as, like, total adrenaline rush, like, the entire time. Like,
Did
oh
you
my
see
god,
the
this is
musical?
great. No, I've only listened to
Oh.
it. I think I might have watched the bootleg once. I really don't remember.
Wow. There's some on Pornhub.
But I just... But the point is, like, I don't remember this being a hype musical, so when it was being advertised as one, I was like, you know, maybe it's trying to do something different, but maybe that's not a bad thing necessarily. And I think it really paid off. I think that this is a great summer movie because it's just like a bunch of people being really happy, dancing, being excited.
Yeah.
I'm the only person who hasn't gotten shirtless on this episode so far.
Oh, they can't see me, right?
No, they can't.
They can't?
They can't.
Oh,
Well, actually, they could see you in the reflection of Nick's mirror, but it's like really faint. Not mirror, computer. Yeah. So, what was I thinking? The performances in it are also like pretty good. A lot of these actors, this is like their first big role, or like personally, I just didn't recognize them from anywhere. And I don't think that there was really a weak performance.
Except for him.
Who?
That was his first role too. Anthony Ramos? No.
No, he's been in other movies. It's just this was his first one where he was like the lead.
The lead, I see.
Yeah. And he booked the next Transformers movie. He's gonna be the lead in that. So
Interesting.
yeah, he's doing well for himself.
Wow,
He also
that's
just
a-
dropped an album.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think so.
good?
I think it's his first solo album. I honestly don't know, but
Like you have listened to it and you don't know, or is it like you don't know if it's good or not for the reviews?
I've heard nothing about it except that it's come out. I haven't listened to it. Yeah. It's called Love and Lies.
Love and Lies.
It's considered pop music. Looks like Lose My Mind is the big hit off of it.
Okay.
I'll play just a few seconds of it so that we don't get copyrighted. Sounds like pop music.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do enjoy some of the, like, you know, Broadway people turned into their own musical careers.
Clipping song is interesting.
Well, Clipping's a unique situation, but like Ben Platt, like I really enjoy his music.
Oh,
Even though I didn't like his most recent single.
You did?
Well, his last two singles I haven't liked, Imagine and You and I. But You and I was a cover.
Is it Imagine a cover because of John Lennon?
No, it's just a Ben Platt song. Anyways, so yeah, all the performances were great. The spectacle of the movie is insane.
I love the spectacle of the movie.
And I really love that it's like, it's one of these like, it's one of these movies that's, it's one of these, you know, musical adaptation to film movies. And they did not use too much autotune. They did not have a limited number of dancers. They really went all out, getting over 200 dancers to be in it. My only problem with the dancing was that it looked a little too robotic at times, especially at the beginning of the movie when I think I wasn't as well adjusted to it. It was just too good where I was like, these people aren't acting
But
human.
like by the time the you know 96,000 with the pool scene,
Yeah.
oh, and then the pan out, and
Yeah,
she's
the
in the
only
center,
thing-
and they're all around.
Yeah, no, 96,000 was honestly, like, if I had just seen the movie, 96,000 would have been my favorite song. And that's
I
weird,
fucking
because
love
listening to it,
96,000. Really?
I would skip it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I would.
No way, bro.
No, I did.
That's bullshit.
I would
man.
skip
That's
96,000.
fucking
I thought it was, like,
bullshit, man.
good, but I wasn't like, oh my god. But, like,
Bruh,
especially
that's
when
not
it's
a
in the round at
skip.
the end. There was something else. Oh, I thought it was weird when they were doing the hand things. You remember that? When Sonny had his own verse during 96,000? And there were the dudes in the pool that, like, had their hands like this, and were doing, like, weird hand things. So weird, dude. Looks like I could pull it up, actually, because if Nick is signed into to HBO Max on here. Because it's just, yeah, he's not. It's so weird. It's so strange. Okay. What else about HBO Max?
Nothing about HBO Max.
In the Heights. I don't know. I enjoy it. I'm predisposed to liking it because I like the musical a lot, and I think that this is a great example of how a film adaptation can be different, as it should. I think that film adaptations should be different because, like, the songs are completely out of order, the story's in a different order, but it feels a lot more cinematic. And despite being 2.5 hours long, I really did not mind the runtime. Like, I was completely down for it. And, yeah, I am quite happy, and I would definitely recommend this. I think you should definitely check it out, considering it's summer, and it's just one of those summer movies that will make you feel great about life. And, yeah, that's what I have to say about, oh, we're on the up.
Yeah. It's just that recently we're on the down because we haven't had a bunch of new episodes recently.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But we've been generally on the up.
Yeah, we've been generally on the up. We got some new Russian people coming in. We got Australian people.
If you're listening from Russia or South Africa or Australia or India, hello. Thank you for listening.
If you're listening from Russia, fuck Putin.
No, dude, don't say that. We're gonna get banned in
Never mind,
Russia.
Never mind. I fucking love Putin.
I love Putin too.
Just to like
Putin's
the
awesome.
normal amount. Like, if you're the one person in Russia listening to this and you don't like Putin, then I hate Putin. If you love Putin, I love Putin. The US are pretty much covered.
Review In the Heights.
For some reason, Mississippians don't like us. Okay. So In the Heights, I really enjoyed this movie. I don't think I would ever be the kind of person who would go and watch like a musical. But I like that they kind of translated this to the golden screen. I never watched the Hamilton one, but I think Hamilton was just like a straight up recording, right? Yeah. This one is like a completely like there's a whole movie, and I don't know. It was interesting to see. I think the whole the Dreamers part. I think that was new, right? I think that was in the play.
What do you mean?
The
About
Dreamers.
the film being about having dreams and everything?
No. Like the whole Dreamer thing, like the DACA people.
Oh,
illegal
I
immigrants.
think so. I honestly, I don't know enough about the plot of the Broadway musical to confirm, but I believe so.
Yeah. And so that was interesting to see. It was kind of like, adding more stuff on. And I love the references that it made to like other things, like, when I think this was in the trivia where he's calling the Stanford and the whole thing. It's like the jingle from Hamilton. And the Christopher Jackson was in this movie.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a rival ice cream
yeah,
person.
yeah.
And they were fighting each other. Obviously, Lin-Manuel Miranda was the other ice cream guy. That was interesting. That was nice to see. Overall, this movie was just like a lot of fun. I don't know how much I would have liked this movie if I didn't know all the songs that well.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's what I wonder, because I went in knowing the songs so well that
So
I
it
could
was like-
rehearse them
and it was like
in my
beautiful.
brain as they were
It
happening.
was just like listening to it
Yeah.
again, and it's a great
So-
musical.
My complaint though, Nina, the actress who played her, I did not like the way that she sang.
Who's Nina?
Especially, Nina is Benny's,
The smart one?
yeah,
Oh.
the Stanford one.
Why?
I did not, because it sounded a lot, she had very close syllables and it sounded like she was singing pop, where
Oh.
she wasn't belting, which is weird because the actress who played Vanessa was belting quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, she was.
She was belting, but like Nina was just like laid off, and I was like, is it just like you can't have two women that belt in a movie? Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, I feel like people like Mick would have been very annoyed with that, though.
Yeah, and I guess that's just a Broadway thing where I'm more used to belting, but like, I wish that they would have made Nina the belter then, because like her song "Breathe" is
Is
way
the
more
one-
powerful when
yeah.
it's belting and it's like really and she just sang it like it was like a pop song, you
Mhm.
know, and I just wasn't as into that.
Yeah.
I also must say, I saw this in the IMAX laser screen
Damn!
at the Chinese Grauman Theater.
Damn!
Fantastic experience.
Damn!
Amazing colors.
Damn!
If I could have my film premiere at any theater, it would be the IMAX laser Chinese Grauman 6.
Why is it called the Chinese Grauman? Is it in Chinatown or something?
I believe that it was because there was an Egyptian theater at the time that was doing really, really well. So they were like, oh, they like it when it's based on other countries, so they made a Chinese theater down the way,
Is it like
and
the
the Chinese
aesthetic
theater
is
got
like-
way more popular.
Is it like the aesthetic is like Chinese or whatever? Like
Yeah.
there's dragons and shit out everywhere?
Yeah, and it's also the place where like it's like a movie theater where in front there's like handprints in cement of like people whose movies that have premiered there. So like The Hunger Games is there, Tom Cruise is there, like Steven Spielberg is there,
That's
George
cool.
Lucas is there. A ton of actors have their like handprints in the ground and stuff. And they had it closed off because of COVID, but I was able to walk through it because of seeing In the Heights IMAX laser. Mhm. Yeah. Anything else to say?
I don't have much to say. I mean, I was interested in what Nick had to say about this movie just because, he's coming from a very different perspective than the two of us have.
Yeah. But also, this just isn't Nick's type of movie.
Yeah,
It's
I
too
get
happy.
that. It's too happy.
It genuinely did make me feel really, really good.
Yeah.
And what I'm actually impressed by with this movie is that sometimes when you feel really, really good about a movie, towards the end, you kind of just start feeling like, okay, like, you've kept me happy for too long. This movie knew really well how to pace its happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have had a couple other complaints, but one of my other complaints is that, and this isn't a problem with the movie, this is just a problem with the media itself, there's very little conflict. Like, there's conflict for sure, but
They gloss over
proportion,
the actual conflict that's
it's glossed
in the...
over, and in proportion to how much dancing and singing there is versus conflict is pretty low. And like,
Yeah.
I get it. It's a fun, lighthearted movie, and it's a fun, lighthearted show. You don't want a bunch of really sad events happening, but if there could have just been like a little more conflict to the point that it was like, I don't know, making the story more interesting, I would have appreciated it.
Yeah, they had multiple conflict points, but it was all just touch and go, kind of.
Yeah,
Instead
yeah.
of, like, kinda diving
especially
deeper into one of
the college thing. That's something you could go really deep into.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
something a lot of kids can relate to, and then it just ended up being,
Touch and go.
I mean, yeah, touch and go.
Yeah.
Figured out too
Everything I
quickly.
find at the end.
Yeah. The dancing, yeah, and I mean, it's fun. I mean, you can't complain too much about it. It definitely, I'm not excited for the Dear Evan Hansen movie that's coming out at all. That looks like total garbage, and I'm glad that they didn't make this into something super cheesy and something that it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm happy.
Good.
I'm very happy
Good.
and content with
Good
it.
to know.
I will be seeing it again
Oh, wow.
at some point in my life.
This is the kind of movie where, like, you know, it's like Cars has filled me with happiness every single time I've seen it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Jumanji has done that.
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the movies. It's like going into the list where, like, if I'm ever feeling down, you know, it's like the one movie I can pick it up,
It's a
put it
feel-good
on.
movie.
This is a feel-good movie.
That's how I feel about La La Land. La La
La
Land,
La Land
always,
is a very
even though
good-
it's like a really sad, even though it has a pretty sad ending and it's about like sad ideas, it
Uh-huh.
still is like very happy.
Also, this is gonna sound so screwed up. But
Mhm.
you know what's a fun movie that I watched that, like, if I'm like ever like ugh, and it kind of takes my mind off of it. It doesn't like make me feel better. But
What?
Whiplash.
Yeah, because it's just like so separate from
It's
reality
honestly-
that
yeah,
it's like
so like, and it's like, thank God I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like, oh god, I could be like that right now. Like,
Yeah,
that could be
I'm
so
so
much
comfy
worse.
right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I had something else to say, but I forgot. Shoot. Yeah, I guess that was it. It was probably not important if I forgot it. That's how it goes.
That's true. That's true. All right.
You want to see how the Matt Farley episode is doing?
It looks like not too amazing so
Also,
far.
yeah, it's fine. I don't think people believe that it's the actual Matt Farley because people don't.
Well, also not
A
that
lot of
many
people went to
didn't-
Joe Rogan, 141
Yeah,
downloads, and
that's
the
a
next
lot
one is
of downloads.
Willa Davis at 40. It's like
A lot of people got like mixed up.
I feel really bad.
We need to make more like
we
fake
lost all
celebrities.
credibility.
We did. I wonder if we can get sued for doing fake celebrities.
Oh, we haven't gotten sued so far.
Yeah, but you don't go until you get sued. That's not.
What do you mean?
Okay. How about Oh yeah, we're at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, we are.
Feels great. We almost cracked 100 downloads.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anything else to say about this one?
I actually don't.
Should we head on to the next?
Do you want trivia or something?
Sure.
No, boring. Boring. Oh, you don't want to hear
Wait,
something
no.
interesting?
The West Side Story one is actually kind of interesting. They
You
filmed
can
at the
read
same
from
time
that
a
far?
few street apart. I have glasses on.
Still. Yeah, they can. They were filmed really close together, and sometimes the other film wasn't shot. Like the catering
Wait,
truck.
actually?
The catering truck for the other set wasn't shot for one. Like, the catering truck for West Side Story wasn't shot for In the Heights.
That is interesting. Why did you just skip that one up?
I don't know what West Side Story was.
Oh, that's another musical coming out later this year.
Oh, I see.
What I am really sad about is that this movie bombed at the box office.
This movie did bomb at the box office?
Oh yeah, and for a while, because it opened at 12 million, which was under the like 20 to 25 million predictions. But then people thought, hey, The Greatest Showman opened to 8 million, had really strong legs, kept on increasing every single week, and ended up making like 450.
Gotcha.
People thought In the Heights, hey, maybe that'll be the same, and then it dropped like 67% its second week, and everyone's like, oh no. It's
That's
just a disaster.
sad.
Which they advertise this so much. Like even
Yeah.
like I saw the first trailer in December 2019.
Oh yeah, this is way back.
Right, and they pushed it back a year, obviously, but like just the idea that like they started advertising it 6 months before it was supposed to come out on its original release date, and then when it had this release date, still they advertised 6 months out. That's like a whole year of advertising
Yeah, that's a lot of advertising.
for a
But
12 million.
But
like,
I guess the
they lost so
pandemic
much
kind of
money.
screwed them up as well.
I honestly don't think it was pandemic because we talked about it.
Oh,
A
right.
Quiet Place Part 2 made more than the first F9 made more money than it honestly should have.
That's true.
Like, yeah, it's unfortunate.
I guess there's not a lot of demand for this kind of movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, turn up the volume on your dreams.
That's the
a
thing,
Stupid
it's-
tagline.
Oh, that's the tagline? Just wait till they see the tagline for Sophia the Dealer.
Yeah.
That the thing is, like, I think that there is kind of a demand for this movie because if you think about, like, The Greatest Showman or La La Land, those movies made a ton of money. So there's definitely demand for musicals. It's just like, what kind of musical is it? Is it The Greatest Showman had, you know, Hugh Jackman is in it? Is it because they didn't have a big star in this one? I just don't know what went wrong, really.
I mean, I could see the whole Hugh Jackman big star thing, but I
Yeah.
don't think it could carry a film that much.
I know,
Like that's not
which
too
is
much.
weird.
Yeah, it's like a big.
I just hope it catches on, and I hope people, like, keep on coming back to it.
The shoot. Oh yeah. So here's what's interesting, is that there was this little conflict in the movie that kept Nick interested while we were watching it. So when the grandma dies.
Spoiler.
Oh, whatever. When she dies, Nick was like, yes! It was very audible.
I think it's because that song was really loud and belty, so he was probably like, oh, the song's over.
No, he turned to me and said, she's dying, there's conflict.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
probably Nick's problem. There wasn't enough
Yeah, I think
conflict
that
in
was
the
it.
movie. Maybe that's why it's not taking off with audiences.
Maybe.
There's not enough conflict. There's not enough, like...
Oh, but who wants to see conflict in a movie during a pandemic? Don't people
all
want
the
to be
people
happy?
who saw Quiet Place Part 2.
Fine.
All the people who saw F9.
And F9 had ridiculous conflict.
I know, but it still had... you need conflict to make a movie.
I guess. That's true. Otherwise, it's still like a documentary about being happy.
Yeah. Who's into that?
True that.
Alright, should we head on to F9?
I guess.
Pahul, what is F9 about?
Let me look it up.
Okay.
This is like the first episode.
In a while.
No, this is like our first episode.
Oh, with just us?
Yeah. No, this is like the first episode that we did.
Why?
Because it was
Oh,
just
because it was
us.
just us?
Jesus.
Yeah, that took me a
That's
while
like the
to
whole
get
Delaney
to.
thing, man. Come on.
No, genuinely, you're stupid in that
No,
situation.
you're stupid in that situation.
Okay, the fact that I didn't go and say hi to her should have indicated to you, oh, he didn't pick up.
I thought
this
you
time.
did.
No, I said, oh, and then, like, I left. Because I was like, cool. I almost said, is Jacob with her? But then I was like, oh, no, he, like, probably... wasn't Jacob even working with us that night? Who was the other busser? Oh, no, the other busser was Steve. Yeah, so I almost said, like, oh, is Jacob here as well? And then you could have been like, no, idiot, and then told me, but yeah, it's fine.
It's
I got to see her the
unfortunate.
next day.
Oh yeah, that's true. Twice in a row.
Yeah, should I ask if she wants to go tonight?
Yeah.
So it could be a
Make it
third night in a
make it
row?
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
I could get those donut things.
Oh, the.
Although I would have to gorge in front of her, and I don't know if I want to
Are you
gorge
not
on 9
ready yet?
donuts
Are you
by
not
myself.
ready yet?
I don't know if she's ready to see that side of Robert. No, genuinely, my eating, like, the way that I eat has made me very insecure about, like, relationships because of two people. Ian and Nick.
Oh, Nick?
Nick, because he talks about, like, he could never see me attractive because he just imagines me, like, eating a lot.
He's one to talk.
I know, but, like, he says, like, and, like, that I like things sticky. And then Ian always just judges what I eat.
Nick sounds like a little child.
I
Don't
know.
listen to Nick.
I know. But,
What
like,
about Ian?
and I honestly, Ian just, like, judges things that I eat all the time.
Well, Ian's like a goddamn bodybuilder at
I
this
know,
point.
and he cooks all the time and, like, just acts like I could have time for that if I wanted to, which I don't.
He's like
and I
the
don't
stole.
enjoy cooking either. So it's like, they've just made me insecure about the way I eat, and I'm worried the way I eat is very unattractive to a
Man,
person.
you're good, because, like, at one person who's yelling at you about your eating is literally, they are Adonis, you know, he's a Greek god. And the other person who's yelling at you you know what he did? He was like, oh, guys, I got 3 Slim Jims for myself, and I got a 4th one for you guys to share.
When was that?
That was like today.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Anyway, Vin Diesel posted a picture on social. Oh wait, never mind. This is too early. Okay, trivia. No, not trivia. Cypher enlists the help of Jacob, Dom's younger brother, to take revenge on Dom and his team.
You're going first?
Who's Cypher?
I don't know. Okay, this is confusing to me. There were 3 writers on this movie, 2 that wrote it and 1 that just made the story.
What does that mean?
What was so complex about the story that they had? Like,
Let's see what this guy does. Like what other movies he's done. Star Trek. That's a big thing on
but
here.
he was additional crew.
Oh. Maybe he's just like a... He's the... Nepotism, that's what I'm trying to get at. Okay. So let's see here. We got F9 going. It's a bad movie. I didn't like it that much. I don't know what to say.
I kind of missed the space part, most of it. Like, I was very excited to see them go to space. Oh.
Sorry, you can give it.
I was very excited to see the space scene because I was very interested in what the Fast and Furious people were going to come up with because, you know, they're always filled with these great ideas. But, I don't know, it was just weird. And then, what else? I don't know. At one point, the car becomes like Spider-Man, and they like launch all over a hill. That's ridiculous. I don't know. You know, at one point during the movie, 2 characters were like, "So you know, like how we've always survived through some crazy ass shit. Maybe we're actually like invincible." Like it was kind of making fun of itself. I think in a way. I think that was like cool because like you know I don't think the movie was taking itself seriously. Like I doubt any movie can take itself seriously after like having 8 prequels to it. I think they're leaning into what makes them so beloved in the United States, which is just kind of being stupid movies. And I don't know. I mean, it's better than taking yourself seriously, but that doesn't make this movie any better. In a big way.
I have to agree with
This
you.
movie's
Like,
stupid.
I think that being self-aware is good when you're being self-aware in a creative way. When it's like, oh, we're obviously a really bad movie. Look at this, like, bad thing that happened. And then it's like, I don't know. Like, there's good ways to do it where you're being creative and you're like, oh, this is such a weird moment to be self-aware. And then there's movies where it's just like, oh, look at this obvious problem the series has. Look, the characters are talking about it. Isn't that funny? And, like, I don't necessarily know what makes it good and what makes it bad. I just know when it is, and I know that this was just, like, not good self-awareness. Yeah, it's a very boring movie. It's really just, like, I'm so done with these movies. Like, I'm
There's
so
one
ready
more,
for
right?
the 10th one to come
The
out
10th
and for
one.
it to be
When's
done.
that coming out?
I think 2023 or something.
Oh Jesus, that's a while away.
Yeah, but they're also making a Hobbs and Shaw too,
Oh,
which
man.
I'm fine with. Now, here's the thing. These movies are so much better with The Rock.
Really?
Like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is just, like, so fun and so meant for these movies. And, of course, him and Vin Diesel have to fight on set, which leads to Vin Diesel just not, like... Vin Diesel gets the series because he was in it first, obviously, but now the movies are way more boring.
Yeah.
And, like, if you follow the trajectory of when these movies got big, they got big when The Rock was in them. I'm not saying he's the reason. I'm just saying he is a major factor in why these movies are so fun and
He's
why they're so
lovable.
enjoyable. What?
The Rock is very lovable.
Yeah, he's extremely lovable. He's extremely fun, and he's meant for these stupid car movies. And it just wasn't in here. What am I thinking? I'm thinking... I don't know. You say more things about the movie.
I missed out on like a solid like 25-30 minutes of this movie. And then Robert gave me like a 20-second explanation. I didn't miss anything.
No, you really did. That's the other thing. They wasted so much time in this movie. Like, it's 2.5 hours long, and I feel like genuinely, like, it could have been like an hour long. Because the plot is really minimal. And, like, with these movies, the reason that we go to see them, or at least the reason I personally go to see them, is because I want to just not think about anything and just be like, wow, this movie is so stupid and the spectacle is so big that it's fun. They go to space, yeah, but they do barely anything there. They could have been, like, flying cars in space or something so stupid like that, but they didn't. They were just floating. The final action scene, this isn't really a spoiler, happens on one street. It's one street and that's it. It's not like they're fighting on ice or fighting on like buildings or fighting in anywhere cool. It's just a car chase down a street, which we've seen before with this series. If you're on the 9th film, you need to keep stuff fresh by just doing crazy stuff like, I don't know, have the last action scene in the middle of a desert, have the last action scene underwater, have the last action scene on a random like jungle island. Like do something fun. Imagine if they were like on motorcycles in the jungle.
That'd be cool.
That would be way cooler than doing it on a street in some big city.
Yeah.
Like that, it's just so unbelievably lame, and you just think that at this point they would understand what makes the movies fun and make money, and like they do, but it's just confusing to me.
They have a fight scene in a Walmart.
What?
You heard me.
Fight scene in a Walmart?
Yeah.
Oh. That would be
That would
fun.
be cool.
Like maybe not final action scene, but if they did like
But
a
throw,
car
like,
chase in a Walmart.
Chocolate milk at each other.
We could direct a Fast and
Yeah, we
Furious
could
movie.
totally
We
do
should
it.
call up and see if they want a new director
Yeah.
for the 10th one.
For the time, do you have any ideas? You can take ideas.
Yeah. Also, like,
Fast
The
and
cast-
Furious.
I don't know, the cast was just like...
Email.
Vin Diesel's just really boring. I'm really not a big Vin Diesel fan. I think he is just the most boring guy, and I just hate that the series doesn't have The Rock anymore.
He had like
That's
the
what I'm
last
sad about.
movie before the pandemic started, right? It was some
Bloodshot?
Bloodshot.
Yeah, it was terrible. Anyways, what are you looking at?
Fast and Furious email.
What is this?
Email them.
Oh, emails. Wait, what did that say? Emails show feds shrugged off Fast and Furious fears.
Why would the feds shrug?
What? I'm very confused.
Oh, there was
This
a.
is something completely
Yeah,
different.
this is something completely different.
Okay, yeah. So we didn't score either movie, but I'm gonna give In the Heights, like, honestly, I think like 8.75 out of 10. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 4.
Oh,
It's just kind of a 4.
it's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the Fast and Furious movie a. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a Swaziland, maybe a Somalia if I'm feeling like a little exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give. No, Fast and Furious is Kyrgyzstan, because it's not like a bad country, but it's like a very boring country. You've never heard of it.
Kyrgyzstan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Kazakhstan is like F8, and then like
Kyrgyzstan is like F9.
Turkestan is... No, I thought
One of the stands.
F9
of that.
was Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
And like the other Fast and Furious movies are like Kazakhstan or like, you know, the bigger stands.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of the stand that's like shoved into the corner.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is a shame.
But In the Heights could be shoot. I want to make In the Heights Germany.
Care to elaborate?
I like Germany. I like it.
All right. And then the last movie that we're reviewing is Luca. Now, Pahul.
There's so much conflict though. Never mind. Too late.
What?
Nothing.
What? No, tell me.
There's so much conflict in Germany.
There is a lot of conflict in Germany.
Maybe we should pick something else. Belgium.
Belgium's good. I feel like a lot of people
Netherlands.
like Belgium. People like the Netherlands as well.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Luca, why don't you look up a plot synopsis for me?
On it. Luca. Ooh. Blah 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 blah. Set on the Italian Riviera, the film centers on Luca Paguro, a sea monster boy with the ability to assume human form while on land, who explores the town of Porto Rosso with his new best friend Alberto Scorfano, experiencing a life-changing summer. Luca takes inspiration from Casaro's childhood in Genoa. Oh, this is not a synopsis. Never mind. Wait, give me a sec.
Okay. Was that like just the plot?
Yeah, that was the Wikipedia article. On the Italian Riviera, an unlikely but strong friendship grows between a human being and a sea monster disguised as a human.
Luca was a movie that was supposed to come out in theaters,
Okay.
and they just put it on Disney Plus for free.
Oh.
That's obviously a bad sign right away.
Yeah.
If a movie is just
Free.
is free, that's obviously a problem.
Yeah.
This is like the most boring Disney movie in so long.
Oh damn.
It is getting really good reviews, And I feel like people are almost feeling like, oh yeah, I'm unique by liking this, because I feel like the general consensus isn't good. But the general consensus is great. Everybody's loving this movie, and I genuinely just don't understand. Like, people say, oh, it's a nice slice of life movie. It's not a nice slice of life movie. Like, there's very clearly, it clearly follows a 3-act, like, plot structure, and it clearly has, like, a climax and everything. People are like, oh, it's a sweet movie about, like, a kid realizing that he's gay. If you're making a movie about a kid realizing he's gay, make him actually gay. Don't make it just, like, oh yeah, they're just really good friends that hang out all the time. Like, that was annoying to me, too. The animation is great, sure, but, like, the animation style, I've seen better in a lot of other Disney movies. Like, this just looked, like, really, like, cheesy and almost like an animation style from a different company. It's very pretty to look at, but honestly, I knew every single beat of the story, and I knew the way it was headed from the moment it started. See, there's a difference between just making, like, a slice-of-life movie with really beautiful animation that follows, like, a very simple plot structure and one that you've seen before, but there's style to the filmmaking that's really unique. And then there's just by-the-number directing, where the directing is just as bland as the story is, and then overall you just have this, like, really, like, dull experience. And that's what I felt with Luca. I was, like, completely content with it ending, like, an hour before it was over. And I don't think that's a good thing. So, overall, I definitely was not a fan of Luca. I think people are giving it way too much hype. I just don't get it. And I'm gonna give Luca a 5 out of 10. Yeah. I actually had it at a 6, but like, talking about it, I'm like, I really just did not enjoy this movie. Like, I only gave it a 6, I think, just for, like, the novelty of, like, oh, it's like a nice Pixar movie. But honestly, I think
Pixar fell off.
I think it just makes me frustrated and angry that so many people are like,
Pixar
this
fell
is
off?
a masterpiece, when it's not.
Pixar fell off?
I don't think Pixar fell off. I think that Toy Story 4 was great. Inside Out was fantastic.
Soul?
They've made... Oh, Soul. Soul was killer. Whenever people are like, yeah, Pixar just isn't making movies the way they used to. They just say that every time there's a mediocre one, and then completely stop saying that whenever it's like Soul. Or like Toy Story 4, or
Cars.
That's like one of
Say
my
Cars.
Yeah, sure. That's one of my pet peeves.
Bastard.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have much else to say about Luca. Any cool trivia?
Oh. Did you know Porto Rosso can be seen as an advertisement on a travel agency window in Pixar's previous film Soul?
Oh.
Whoa. Yeah, they do crossover stuff like that all the time.
Alberto's surname Scorfano is Italian for scorpion fish. It's commonly used to indicate a person is not good looking. Sucks. Okay, I'm done.
Well, is that it? Oh, we don't have an album or a... Oh, we could talk about an album.
You can talk about Tyler.
Call me if you get lost.
We can talk about Tyler.
Pahul, why don't you talk about that?
So this is like the first album that I've been like on the hype train for, you know what I'm saying? I was following the billboards, I was calling the numbers. You want to see something?
Mm-hmm.
Look at my call log. So I don't call people that often, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look at
You're
my
not
recents.
really a call guy.
Yeah.
You're like I call you and then you don't call me back and then I have to text you.
Yeah, that kind of. I'm that
Yeah.
kind of guy. But I didn't do it with Tyler because Tyler don't have to text me. I called Tyler.
You call Tyler?
But like, bam, bam, wait, bam,
Yeah, you
bam,
call the
bam,
number quite a
bam,
bit.
bam, bam. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems exciting. It seems like you only call Tyler and your family. Do you consider Tyler family?
Like pretty much at this point.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Major iPad?
That's Lila.
Oh. Okay, so basically, I was on the hype train I was so hyped for this album. I was like, oh yeah. And like before the album, I was like, okay, before this album comes out in like a week or whatever, I want to get super into Tyler. So I listened to Wolf, I listened to Cherry Bomb, I listened to Flower Boy again, I listened to Igor again. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready. And this album
Wait,
came
Igor
out.
again? I thought you hadn't listened to Igor.
Never mind. Flower Boy again, Igor first time. And then second time again. I listened to it twice.
Gotcha.
And I was like, okay, I'm hyped. I listened to the voicemails. The voicemails had that like jazz thing going on. I was like, oh fuck, it's gonna be like, he's gonna sing and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be R&B. And then Lumberjack drops. And I'm like, okay, Lumberjack is a
Maybe it's like one of the few rap ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then What's Your Name dropped. And that was also rap. I was like, okay, this is probably gonna be a rap album. And then the album dropped, and I was like, okay, because with rap albums, it takes me quite a bit, like quite a few listens to really get into it, because it takes time for me to dissect all that information that comes in with rap, you know, because it's so packed. And I was just going through it. I listened to it like 4 times. I was going through it nicely, and now I love it. It's a great album. I love the, you know, mostly it's just like Tyler bragging about what he's done so far, but you know, there is a story behind it where like it's Tyler trying to get someone who's already dating someone else, and that it kind of gets resolved by the end, where it starts out, I think in Lemonhead, that's when it first starts out, and by the end it comes down and what's this, I don't remember what the song's called, the one before Safari, Wilshire, and it gets resolved by that, then Tyler moves on, all that. So
Wait, I have something funny to share.
What?
I follow Tyler the Creator on Twitter, and then I rarely go on Twitter, but I went on the other day, and I just read the first tweet, and the first tweet was somebody that was like, "Why do you say Shoddy looks malnourished?" And then Tyler said, "Ha ha ha, I thought it would be funny to say the worst pickup line ever, and then try to cover it for the rest of the song." I'll mention that later, but yeah, continue.
Yeah. But, yeah. And I don't know, I like this album. I've saved it. I'm gonna go back to it definitely. You know, I don't know, if I were to rank Tyler albums, I think it would be like Igor, Flower Boy, and this one.
That's it? You're not going to rank all the other ones?
Well, Wolf is somewhere in there, but I haven't listened to Wolf enough. I don't feel like I could give Wolf justice, because I listened to it like twice or maybe thrice.
Yeah.
And yeah, I haven't like gone to the concept of Wolf yet.
Wolf is interesting. There's actually like a genuine like fantasy story going along with Wolf.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, Call Me If You Get Lost. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like everybody around me started out by saying like, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about it," and now everyone's like, "Oh, I love it," and I'm still not there.
Oh.
And at this point, I don't know if I'm gonna get there.
Oh.
Like I listened to Lumberjack when it first came out, and I wasn't too into Lumberjack, and then like I gave it a few more tries, and I'm like, okay, like it's a good like standalone song. My problem with this is that when I listen to it, I get a headache, and like I enjoy rap. I genuinely do enjoy rap. I think a lot of rap is really great, but for me to enjoy an album that's rap heavy, the beats need to be really unique and to hit really hard. And I don't know, I just felt like a lot of these beats felt really like similar.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like just like really like simple drums and, you know, just like a lot of like rhythm based beats with not much instrumentation. And it's the instrumentation that really you know, makes me feel special.
Are they calling you in?
I don't know. Hello? Is somebody trying to scam me?
Oh man.
Yeah, what if they called me in? They were like, "Yeah, Nick just called off." Like in the middle, I would just be like, "Tell him to go back in there." Like, yeah, no, but I did not feel it. I was not feeling it when I first listened to it. I'm not feeling it now. I'm still pretty upset, and you know, I hope maybe one day I can come back to it and be like, "Oh, maybe I finally get what it's about," or like really like understand the hype behind it. But to me, it's just really repetitive sounds, and while I'm listening to it, I just stop realizing that I'm listening to it. And that happens to me a lot with like rap heavy albums, which is why like I found that like the rap heavy albums that I like are either like Illmatic, where it's like there's really interesting beats going on, or there's really interesting choruses. Where like in this there's not really choruses, there's just like yeah, it's just verses. Or it's like stuff like J Dilla or Outkast, where it's like really, really good background music that just like makes your head like feel good. And this just, I don't know, it doesn't fit into either one of those categories to me. It's just pure verse. And unless I take a ton of time to look into the lyrics, like to me it's just not worth it to spend a ton of time looking into the lyrics, getting into every single song, if my initial impression isn't good.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I it's not a bad album. It's good, and I think Tyler's a really good rapper, and I think "Sweet" is a fantastic song.
It's great.
But I don't know. I'm underwhelmed. I'm giving it like a 6. I hope Lord's album in August of 2020 is better.
2021.
Yeah, but August 20th,
Oh,
2021.
20.
So I was
I
just
see,
putting
I
the
see.
two first 20s together. Forgot about the 21.
Yeah.
It's August 2021.
August 2021.
August 2021.
Or you could just say August 2021.
Yeah, but then people don't know the specific date, and then they get mad at me because they're waiting for 20 days to hear it, and then they finally get it on the 20th day.
Jesus Christ, Robert.
That's how I think about things. Yeah.
Lord's gonna get me through UC Berkeley initiation.
She's gonna get me through, like, flying across the country. Maybe I'll just listen to her album over and over again. Okay.
Maybe it's a long one, like 3 hours.
No,
Lord
it's
went
only
crazy.
13 songs, so unless each song
jeez.
is like
8 minutes, 10 minutes. No.
yeah,
More than that, 12, 15.
yeah, like somewhere between 10 and 15. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add, Pahul?
Nothing else.
All right. I believe that we have reached the conclusion of this episode of the Film
Crazy,
Studies Club
man.
podcast.
We're putting your 2 weeks in tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The end of an era.
So how do you do it? Like, do you put it in like at the start of your shift or at the end of your shift?
You're just supposed to put it in at some point. Last time I did it over text because I had no respect for the manager I was working for because he was an awful person. This time I'll probably go up to, hopefully Carolyn. If it's not Carolyn, I'll go to Virginia. And if it's not Virginia, I'll go to Cassie.
And then, what if that were there? You go to Troy?
Well, Troy hasn't worked in forever, and there has to be a manager on shift. But I'll just go up and I'll be like, hey, since I'm moving off to college. The thing is, I know that Carolyn already knows about it. I just don't know if the other managers know about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Really?
Don't know when I'll be back again.
Really?